All right, good morning, everyone.
Hi guys.
It is a beautiful day in Kodiak. We have had torrential rain over the last week and very few breaks in the weather, but it is sunny and beautiful this morning. We're just up on just the main ramp here to St. Paul Harbor. Checking out our new dock here. They've been putting down some new planks, replacing the old ones that are pretty tore up and beat up after years of use from fishermen and trucks and boom trucks and everything else that happens here. Yeah, just a little cruise down to the boat here. Harbor behind me. Behind us. Yeah. Oh, cool. Head on down the ramp here. So what's new? What's been going on, Matt?
Well, other than hunkering down at home, hiding from the rain, been making good progress on the boat. The other day we finished getting down our aft deck planking, and that's pretty exciting. We may have had a video already of us actually putting it down, but had to pull it back up in order to finish welding out, so we didn't put a bunch of singe marks all over it. Let's see, Dad's been working on the welding.
Yeah, most bulwarks are welded out on the inside. Just a little bit to do underneath the cap rails still, and then a bit to do on the outside also. So we've been pretty busy working on the stuff for our processing setup, working through the paperwork to get all our permits in place. We need to have one to process our seafood on board, so we've been working on that. Got some work done on our wastewater permit. That's required to discharge solids and wastewater from seafood processing overboard. We actually thought that was going to be a big thing, but it turns out we're exempted for now because of the estimated capacity that we'll be running every day, so that's kind of good news there. All right, well, Matt and Tristan have been busy down here. Got the deck all in place. It's looking really good. So now we can start getting stuff cleaned up in here. I think we're gonna go ahead and get our furnace out of the way, start getting everything mucked out of here, and then we can get our deck layout ready for our seafood processors permit application. And so that's one of the things that we need to submit with our paperwork to the state to get licensed and inspected as a seafood processor on board. So they need like a floor plan of your processing area. They want to know where your wastewater discharges will be, your gray water, your black water, your fuel lines, hydraulic lines, fresh water lines, any seawater that you're using to process this with, chlorine injection lines to disinfect your seawater. So all that stuff needs to be documented. And so that's kind of a big step towards all that. The rest of the process is fairly simple for the seafood application. There's some food safety things you need to be concerned about. So one of them is a HACCP plan, and that's basically a food safety thing where you identify any risks when you're working with raw foods and packaging them, corrective actions you take if you run across something that you feel is going to put the product at risk. So that's some of the other stuff, your sanitation plan, all of that stuff needs to be submitted. So we'll kind of start by getting that stuff out of the way and doing that. In terms of the Kickstarter, some guys have been asking questions about it, how it's going. It went really well. It was a big first couple of days were very productive, very big.
Huge success.
Yeah, a very huge success, and we're very thankful for all the support on that. It kind of tapered off in the middle like most of them do. We haven't really been promoting it much just because we don't want to keep, hitting people over the head with it. So right now we have about a week left, so I guess now is the time to maybe throw a shout out there if anybody wants to get their share boxes, their cod, their rockfish. Now's the time to basically pre-order them and there'll be a link down in the description. We'll also pin it on the first comment where you can click that link, follow it to our Kickstarter campaign. Currently we're a little over 20,000 right now, which is more than half of what we need to do this project in its entirety. We didn't really talk about cost that much, but the blast freezer itself is $30,000. And that's not including shipping, which is probably going to be about $1,000 to ship it up here. As far as the rest of the things that need to go with that to get it up and running, it's very little. It's quite literally a 4-wire extension cord that'll plug into the back of the house, provide the compressor and condenser pump with 3-phase power from our generator, and then also a water line for the condenser, and that has its own pump for that too, to supply the condenser with seawater, and that basically removes the heat from the refrigerant, ejects it overboard, and that's how you cool the fish and freeze it. So we're excited to get that ordered here in the next couple of weeks. We'll be putting our order in for that. Lead time is 8 to 12 weeks. We're hoping it's less. The seafood industry is kind of in turmoil right now. Ex-vessel prices for salmon and some of our ground fish are kind of historical lows, I would say. So we're hoping that there's not a huge demand for new RSW units right now. That's primarily what these guys build, is that and freezer units. So hopefully they can get going on it right away, and we look at a shorter lead time, which will kind of translate into
earlier harvest.
Yeah, earlier harvest and earlier shipment of share boxes. So
yep,
that's kind of where we're at. We put October as kind of like hopefully the late date, but we never really know going forward. But we'll keep in touch with folks and do regular updates and let you know where we stand on that. That's kind of the big thing right there. In terms of other equipment that we need, we'll have to have a filleting table. We'll need some totes to hold our fish, both in raw form and in processed form before they're packaged. So we'll probably have a couple of totes on the deck here. We can pull ice out of our fish hold and use that to chill our fish before they're filleted. And then this is kind of going to be the general area of our processing. Of course, all this junk will disappear here in the next few days. We'll get a couple of tables in here to fillet and trim on. We'll have some totes to put the fillets in, pre-packaging, place to portion them up and package, and then we'll also have our chamber vacuum sealer. We have a really nice one from, who is that from? Backmaster. Yeah. Yep. So it's a big chamber vacuum sealer. It's a 3-bar. I think it's 14 inches on the two ends and 27 on the center.
Yep.
So we got a nice big unit that we'll be able to do like full fillets in if we want to, if people request that. It'll be handy for doing salmon later to be able to just do a full fillet, or we can do portions. It's really
it's up to us. Up to our customer.
It's up to our customers, yeah. Sometimes the 1-pound portions are just too big. They ask if we can do smaller ones, like 8-ounce portions, half that size. It's really hard to get that order into our processor and just have it come out right. Done. But the good news is now that all of that will be under our control, and we're able to accommodate people better in that regard. So that's going to be really nice. One thing that won't change is processing halibut. That has to be done in a shoreside plant. That's due to landing requirements for halibut. Once we get this going and get the bugs smoothed out on this, we do plan to put in a small facility in our home, take our garage, and we're gonna retrofit it for that, and then we'll be able to do our own halibut, but that's gonna be probably, hopefully next year. We'll be looking at doing that. And then we'll have that basically under our control too. And that's gonna be a really good feeling to be able just to catch the fish and take it all the way through the process until we pack our boxes and we drop them off at UPS. And that's just gonna really be a big relief to us, knowing that we've got our product in our hands and under our control through the whole process. I guess that's kind of it for the update. Here before too long, I think we'll probably put up a pre-sale on our halibut. We're still just kind of working out everything with our processor, making sure they can accommodate us for that. I think we're good to go there, but we just want to double check on that. And then hopefully we'll have some halibut available, in May here, I guess, huh? Yeah, so links in the description, first pinned comment. If you want to head over to Kickstarter, got about a week left to get your orders in for cod and rockfish boxes.
So yeah, big thank you to everybody who's supported our campaign so far.
Yeah, we appreciate it, all your support. It's been really an amazing experience. We're super excited to be able to bring this next level of quality and convenience to all our customers.
And keep our hands on too. We're really excited for that part.
This is a game changer for us, and honestly, our timing couldn't be better with everything that's going on in the seafood industry in Alaska. We're well poised to be making this transition, and we're very, very excited and very thankful and grateful for all your support. We couldn't do it without you guys, and so hopefully we'll bump that number up a little bit, but we're in good shape anyways. And just kind of the more orders that we get in, the better, because it makes our harvesting more efficient if we're going out for more fish as opposed to less fish. There's a good chance we're going to have to travel a fair bit for this fish, and you'll find out more about that later as we kind of develop and see what's going on. But yeah, we're super excited about it, so thanks everybody.
Yep, thank you all.
Catch you again soon.
Yep, bye guys.